I never liked when people called Brooke Davis a girl's girl because her actual mentality was not a girl's girl mentality. If you're a girl's girl, you are very respectful to other females. You don't feel threatened by them. You respect their boundaries. You understand that they have issues. You understand that they have secrets. But if you are not a girl's girl, you do things to make sure that other girls can't get what they actually are supposed to get. And that is when you are not a girl's girl. Brooke's mentality, which I understand she has a hard home life. I understand that she had neglectful parents. And I understand that she has insecurities, and I understand that sometimes when you want somebody who doesn't want you back, it makes it hard. But at the same time, a girl's girl would not have sex with my best friend, who is my boyfriend, and then not tell me about it. Because Brooke did have sex with Nathan and didn't tell Peyton about it. So Peyton had to find out in the middle of a party in front of everybody because they made a sex tape. And then Brooke also did go out with Lucas after she knew Lucas had a crush on Peyton, which this is something that I've always done for myself. If somebody likes somebody else, and even if I am interested, I'm kind of not going to pursue it because there's always going to be that lingering potential between the two individuals, and I can't have that because, see, somewhere in between there, I know I'm going to get screwed. And I don't know why. It just happens the way it happens. It's not personal. It's not anything that you can prevent. But if someone goes there first, there's always going to be a lingering situation until it's resolved. And most of the time, if it doesn't get resolved the first time they have a crush with each other, as we watched with Peyton and Lucas, it won't get resolved the second or the third or the fourth or the fifth until I'm sitting somewhere looking stupid like I totally was into this dude. You told me you weren't into him. Now I'm into him and I'm still looking like an idiot, but you're the one with the man. See that, and that's what happened with Brooke. I don't put myself through those things. But I also have to look at the thing. I'm like, why are we so mad at Peyton? Even though I thought Peyton was a lesbian. I honestly believe to the core of me, I thought Peyton was a lesbian. I thought she was a lesbian. I thought she was going to date Anna. I thought that that was a more solid ground foundation to me personally as a viewer, because I was like, Hillary Burton is a pretty woman, but at the same time, I get lesbian vibes from her. I also look at Brooke and I thought, okay, she's going to end up with somebody who's not Cooper. I didn't think she was going to end up with Cooper. I thought she was going to end up with Chase. I really liked Chase for her. I even liked Julian, but I never really saw her or Peyton ending up with Lucas, and I never thought that Lucas would choose Peyton or Brooke. I thought this was just high school romance stuff, but then they ended up going on the back burner and doing this whole star-crossed lovers, which I thought was crap. But for me, you cannot be a girl's girl when you do things the way Brooke did it. And yes, she calls herself out on it later on in the seasons, but somewhere between putting pictures of Rachel all over the school before she had her plastic surgery and stealing Peyton's boyfriend, and then she just did a whole bunch of things that I just kept looking at her. I'm like, okay, you're not a girl's girl, and I understand you have insecurities, but we need to stop the narrative of saying she's a girl's girl. She's a girl who has flaws. She's a girl who has insecurities. She's a girl who grew up and grew into a nice woman who would do things for her friends and family, but she's not a girl's girl. She's still a girl who has those moments where she's very bitchy. I ain't saying she's a wrong girl. I ain't saying she's like a evil woman. I'm just saying she's not a girl's girl. Because even in later seasons, she still ends up being that girl who does things that don't necessarily need to be done, but she does it.